I'm Alex with Tile and Stone Journal. I'm here speaking with Camilla Świątecka from Tile Giant today, and we're just going to discuss a little bit about the UK tile retail market, maybe a bit more, but that's the topic of today's discussion. So, how are you doing today?
Yeah, good, thank you. How are you?
Not too bad, not too bad. I'm excited to get into it.
Yeah, let's do it.
So we're about just over halfway through the year now. How do you think business is going? How do things look in the market at the moment?
I can't believe it's it's all already halfway through the year. I think overall the business is doing well. We've had some challenges, obviously tough market conditions with kind of inflation and external problems that we've had to face. You know, we've got lots of people going on holiday, I think, so that's something to take into consideration. They've not had a chance to do that and go on holidays for so long, so I think they will be taking advantage of that this year. So it's something that we have to face. They might have to put the renovation projects on hold. But overall, yeah, we've had a good start. So yeah, lots of challenges, but so far it's going well.
Yeah, I can imagine. And sort of on that, you sort of brought up, people are doing things that they might not have been able to do over the past couple of years. How do you think how do you feel like the industry and sort of you guys in general are recovering from the big elephant in the room in the pandemic?
Yes, yeah, it's a tough one, to be honest. It was really, really difficult. And I think it's just always something, one thing after another. So we had Brexit issues that we were facing initially, then obviously COVID and the pandemic and everything that brought. And now we've got inflation and availability issues as well. So I feel like there's been a lot.
Yeah.
Cost of materials, increased gas prices, so the market is quite tough right now. But I feel like we're all in the same boat. Everybody's facing the same issues. It's kind of industry wide. It's affected everyone, not just us. So yeah, we're doing all we can really to maintain good availability of products. I think making sure we've got stock available in the UK is the biggest challenge, and we're
Sure.
managing that quite well so far. So yeah, doing all we can really.
That's good. I suppose a lot of those issues you spoke about that have come kind of one after the other, although it does feel like you kind of move on from one to the next, they actually are still in the background as well. It's not like Brexit isn't causing issues. It's not like the pandemic, although sort of in many ways our society is kind of coming out of it. It's not like it still isn't causing problems. So that's quite an ongoing thing that you guys have to deal with.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, I feel like it's been a challenge after another, really.
Yeah.
So we've been very busy, but yeah, trying to maintain good stock availability really is the top priority right now. So yeah, we're doing all we can.
Good. And in terms of the products that you have in and the products that you're selling, kind of, are there any particular trends or kind of themes that you're noticing this year or over the last kind of 12 months or so?
Yes, so outdoor tiles, outdoor porcelain 20 mil thick tiles are very popular right now. So we launched a collection of outdoor tiles was last year, I think, but we just relaunched it and added an extension of products to that. I think customers are getting braver with outdoor porcelain, and we brought in a few new pattern tiles, so a few braver designs, some patterned geometrical and kind of petal designs to add a little bit more fun to the external spaces, kind of renovations of gardens and patios, and wood effects as well. So wood effect planks outdoors. Initially the outdoor ranges at the beginning, I feel like they were kind of fairly standard 60 by 60 format in plain kind of grey and beige shades, whereas we're seeing a lot more warmer tones as well as the patterns and wood effects. So yeah, definitely outdoor products. So our Beyond collection, which is now in all the stores and online as well, is doing really well. So that's definitely something that's trending I think flooring as well is doing well. So we have a new selection of tile giant flooring from
Okay.
kind of laminates, SPC, engineered wood. So there is a whole host of different products. There are 15 SKUs available to pick and choose. But I think with the trend for kind of warmer interiors, so we're seeing a lot of wood effects and natural textures, kind of nicer finishes and tactile finishes, and also lots of greenery. People are bringing in more plants inside, which is really nice. But I think that's why the wood effect planks with the kind of warm to touch and kind of oaky shades are doing so well right now.
Sure. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I guess having had to spend a lot of time indoors recently probably has encouraged people to try and kind of maximize the comfort and enjoyment they can get out of those spaces. Is there anything else that you think might be kind of contributing to those trends, or?
I think that that's played a huge role in that, really, to be honest. So I think also kind of combining the renovations of outdoor projects. So I think people are utilizing all the spaces in the home.
Sure.
So even if it's just a small patio or a little bit of a yard at the front, they're trying to kind of extend that living space. So upgrading their gardens and bringing the outdoors in is definitely a huge trend right now. We've also seen a shift towards kind of, like I said, warmer tones and more beiges. So there was a kind of a phase of everything grey, and then it was all kind of grey tiles were selling a lot more than standard beige and creams, whereas now I think it's kind of shifting back to neutral shades, and it's probably because of that as well. I think people kind of want that warm, cozy feeling in their homes, tactile finishes in bathrooms with kind of green plants and wood effect floors is kind of the thing to do right now.
Right. Cool. So in terms of how people are accessing and buying these products, how is the split looking at the moment, and just in general, kind of how do you see the market going with regards to kind of the e-commerce side of your business versus the physical retail side? Obviously, e-commerce has grown massively in the past kind of 10 years, especially in the past 2 years, where retail kind of wasn't necessarily available. How does that look? Have you seen that balance? I imagine naturally you would have seen it redress slightly, but how do people kind of generally interact with and buy from you?
Yeah, so again, I think kind of prompted by the pandemic, we saw a huge spike and a trend in online sales. So e-commerce thrived during the pandemic. We developed a website and are working hard on all the social media channels as well to kind of bring that whole digital journey to the customer and improve it. We've been doing that for the last couple of years. So yes, we've got actually 3 websites now. We kind of have a dedicated tilegiant.co.uk main site. We have a new site dedicated to flooring, tilegiant.co.uk/flooring, and then also trade. So I'll mention that maybe separately, but we do have a new trade scheme, and we actually created a whole new site for them to use. That's it's a different audience. So we have special trade benefits and trade rewards. 3 sites. I think people are starting their journey online. So I think, when you start thinking about renovating your home, you will probably go online first. You might go on Pinterest or social media for some inspiration and go on the website to have a look at what's available and start looking at the trends. But then I think there will always be an element of people wanting to go into stores to touch and feel the products. It's a big purchase, it's something that they have to take into consideration. So yes, I think it's a combination of both, and they kind of work side by side, really. I don't think the need for stores will ever go away, because I think people want that experience. They want to go in and just see the different products. We've got so many new products launching this year, actually, and lots of large sizes, so new formats of kind of 120, 120, so really huge tiles. And again, it's something that you can't really get across in a small, sample swatch that you can get from the website. It'll give you a feel, but yeah, I think to see the scale, people will want to go into the stores, talk to store colleagues, and see the tiles before they place the orders.
Yeah, that's a good point. I suppose there are some industries in which that's less the case, that some products or services that you can get online, and it doesn't make as much of a difference if you can go and feel it yourself, and there are some that you kind of can't necessarily buy online, and this sits, I think, somewhere probably it's a physical product that's going to be in your home or in your building, whatever it may be, and you will be physically interacting with it kind of on a day-to-day basis, whether it's a wall or a floor. So I think that makes a lot of sense, that the physical aspect of purchasing it and the that approach to testing product couldn't really ever go away, I suppose. So we've kind of established that probably the physical location is never going to go away entirely, and probably shouldn't. But with the split between kind of high street stores and kind of larger retail park locations to purchase, do you think that people are, generally speaking, moving away from the high street towards those larger kind of retail park style stores, or do you think there will be a place for high street kind of vendors still in the future?
Yeah, that's a tricky one, because I think for trade, we will always have stores. We're looking at opening new stores, so yeah, I think that will never go away. And you have the kind of retail and trade side. So for traders, you want easy access. So I think high street is not ideal. I think easy access with parking and retail parks for them is the way to go, definitely. Good access for sure. So it's a split of kind of retail and trade, really making sure that both can access it, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think definitely retail parks over high street. It's just we're so limited with spaces and expense as well. So cost of rent and everything else, we have to be really kind of considerate of locations. But yeah, I think we're always looking at ways to ensure that our traders are looked after. So yeah, lots of parking spaces is top of our list, really.
Sure.
Which is quite challenging on kind of main high streets. So yeah, I'd go with retail parks.
That makes a lot of sense. And yeah, so on the topic of kind of looking after your trade customers, and kind of the readership of our magazine obviously is broadly kind of tile fixers and installers. So one of the things that we're really interested in is kind of not necessarily expecting sort of anyone to work any magic, but what things are you guys able to do to kind of help that relationship between you and the trade?
No, definitely. Yeah, everybody's been faced with so many challenges. So we actually spent a lot of time, to be honest, and a lot of research has gone into this to put together a new Tile Giant trade reward scheme. So yeah, it was over 12 months really of hard work and tests and trials and focus groups. So we wanted to get this right, and we wanted to make sure it's what the traders want. So it wasn't just something that we kind of came up with. It's actually research based. But we launched a new Tile Giant trade scheme. It's so far, I think it's 4 or 5 months now since we've gone live in all the stores, so 83 stores, and the dedicated website as well that I mentioned earlier. So we are giving our trade customers lots of exclusive discounts, so some really, really good deals on tiles, on all the accessories as well, and we're running lots of different events, trade days in different stores, lots of email offers that are exclusive to our traders, so they can benefit from that. we're doing a referral as well, so they can refer their customers. There's lots of different options really. So they can refer the customer to pop into the store, buy the products that they want, and the trader gets cash back as well on their account. So yeah, we've got that, the dedicated website, which is mobile optimized as well. So obviously when they're on the go, they can easily check everything. We added a new functionality of stock levels, so to make sure that they can kind of easily just check if they need, a few bags of adhesive or a certain product, to make sure that it's in stock before they make the journey to come and collect it. So yeah, that's been something that we worked on for a while as well. And Klarna, actually, with all the challenges and increased kind of expenses for everyone, we added some new payment options. So we've got Klarna Pay in 3 and Pay in 30 now, and our trade customers can take advantage of that as well. So they can, spread the cost across 3 months, or pay nothing for 30 days, basically. Right. So yeah, I think all of that combined, the new trade reward scheme so far, we're seeing some great feedback really from the traders. So. Yeah. Sure.
I was going to ask, that does sound like a really wide-ranging kind of valuable offering. How do you find it's going down at the moment? Is it something that people are really keen to take advantage of?
Yes. Yeah. Definitely. So so far it's been successful. Good feedback. Stock availability was something that, with all the challenges, kind of external factors, really, that's something that was fed back to us to make sure that it's easy for them, that they're not kind of, time is money. So we want to make sure that they're not traveling to stores and then be disappointed that something's out of stock. So we've got that available on the website now. It's live, it's updated. We kind of updated the contact pages as well, so they can call their local store to find out, if something specific is in stock, or if not, it can be ordered for them. So yes, I think all of that combined we're seeing some great feedback so far. So it's been really successful. But I think all the hard work really is paying off now. So it's great. It's really kind of rewarding to see that and get that feedback. So yeah, fingers crossed for even more trade people to join the scheme.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, that does sound really positive. And I will say that about wraps us up with the questions that I had today. Is there anything else that you'd kind of particularly like to bring up? It could be any topic, but just, is there anything that you think is important for our readers, or for us to know about Tile Giant, about the market?
Yeah, I think we covered a lot, but for anyone who's not heard of us or hasn't used us in a while, have a look on the website, pop into our local stores. We have really made some significant changes over the last 6 to 12 months, I'd say, especially for our traders. So this whole new offering, it really does kind of bring you best in the market deals and discounts. We have a price match guarantee as well. So if you have a like-for-like quote from somebody else and you bring it to your local store, we'll match it. So yeah, I know everybody's very kind of conscious of spend and making savings. So I think the trade reward scheme is the biggest kind of achievement so far. And yeah, we're really proud of it. So yeah, I think go have a look really on the website, or pop into stores, talk to our managers, and I hope you'll be positively surprised.
Cool. Amazing. Well, thank you very much for sitting down and chatting with me today.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Amazing. And I'll let you go and get back to your to your day job. But thanks very much.
All right. Thanks, Alex.
Bye.
See you later. Bye.